Alleged vandal Keith Gregory, 63, had absconded from a psychiatric hospital. Slashed a £24 million masterpiece with a drill bit, a court heard. An accused vandal who had absconded from a psychiatric hospital slashed a £24 million masterpiece with a drill bit after moaning about people taking photos of paintings, a court heard. Keith Gregory, 63, made a 100 cm by 65 cm X-shaped scratch to Thomas Gainsborough's The Morning Walk in front of shocked art lovers. A wing of the National Gallery containing classic British paintings was evacuated for 2 hours after Gregory allegedly slashed at the 232-year-old picture on March 18. Gregory, who was suffering from a mental health condition, most likely paranoid schizophrenia, had to be restrained by staff and bystanders who watched on and saw him deface the piece, Southwark Crown Court heard. He told the arresting officer and members of staff that he could cover the cost of the damage as his father was Jimmy Gregory and once owned Queen's Park Rangers. Restorers spent 80 hours repairing the painting, the court heard. Gregory, of Kettering, Northampton, went into the National Gallery and went into room 34 in the east wing of the gallery, that houses a number of classic British painting by the likes of Gainsborough and Turner. The nation's favourite painting, The Fighting Temeraire, also hangs in room 34. Gregory remarked about people taking pictures of the painting before saying, "Everyone is taking pictures of me." He then got up, went to the painting known as The Morning Walk by Thomas Gainsborough and took out a drill bit. Gregory was partly successful in slashing what could only be described as an X-scratch in the lower right-hand side extending about 100 cm by 65 cm. The canvas was so robust that it did not tear, but there was damage to the painting that is said to be valued at around £6.5 million. Gregory had absconded from psychiatric care last November and was at large, travelling the length and breadth of the country. The grey-haired defendant placed a pair of leather black gloves in front of him and sipped from a plastic cup of water as the Crown outlined the case. Prosecutor Nicholas Dunham said, "At around 2:05 in the afternoon on the 18th of March this year, Mr. Gregory was in room 34. He got up and walked towards Thomas Gainsborough's 1785 painting called Mr. and Mrs. William Hallett, or alternatively known as The Morning Walk, worth approximately £24 million. The portrait, officially titled Mr. and Mrs. William Hallett, depicts a 21-year-old engaged couple enjoying a walk in the countryside and is considered one of Gainsborough's great masterpieces. And, before anyone could stop him, he slashed the lower area of the painting with a drill bit, marking an X about 100 cm by 65 cm. Mr. Dunham said that Gregory could be heard saying that he had just been released from prison and that he was going to trigger a bomb. When staff members said that he caused damage worth millions, Gregory was heard saying that he could cover the costs as his father owned Queen's Park Rangers. Milosav Skepovic, a gallery assistant, said he became aware of what was happening as he heard a member of the public screaming to do that. He told the court, Mr. Gregory was slashing at the painting, he had some device in his hand, it was like a knife, and he made an X cross at the bottom of the painting.